Hello and welcome to the Unscripted podcast with Kieran and Louie. Today we're back with another guest, and this time it's Macy, who has the honour of being our first female guest. So thank you, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. So I guess roughly, you know Macy through school?
Primary school, nursery. Was it nursery?
Yep.
Yeah, nursery.
I think so, yeah.
Me, you, Duncan. Gwen as well, wasn't it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gwen. Yeah, so we've known each other for a long time. She's a year below me, but we've still been in touch all this time. So yeah.
Crazy.
In the good old days.
It is weird. It's like we've known each other since we were like 4.
Literally so crazy, like all that time.
I know, that's bizarre. And I suppose you two met over film and kind of connections and stuff like that in it as well.
We did a wee film together last year.
Would you like to go into depth on that for a bit?
I mean, sure, it was, on my part, a terrible film. Just poorly written, but you know, you live and learn. But it involved lots of and basically the premise was, to be honest, I don't know what the premise was, right? It was like Macy basically just randomly takes being unwell. It's just sick all of a sudden, and then there's a hospital bed scene, and that was pretty much it. That was it. But you know,
A lot of fun though.
yeah, exactly. We learned some stuff, and I think the hospital bed scene was passable. I think you could understand what that was, because we didn't have the budget to actually run a stretcher along a hospital corridor, so we ended up just doing a sort of over the head shot looking down onto a bed and just spinning lights around. But I think it worked out in the end.
Yeah, you've done a good job at working out how to do that. I would never have thought. You've managed to do it.
I actually seen basically someone who did that thing, that exact thing on an Instagram video, and so that was literally the reason I did it. It was okay, it's doable. I'm gonna write a story around this now.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you think
you did the music for that? Why?
Did I? Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, crap! I remember.
I think that was the first thing you did music-wise for me.
Yeah, I remember that. That was quite good. I've still got those. I've still got those audio files. It's labelled Kieran Macy film in my thing. I was just typing it down. I was like, oh, okay.
You could release them in your big album down the line.
Nah,
your Roy Holland film score collection.
They're in the vault if I die early or something. You can release them if you want.
I was reading a thing today on Instagram that was Prince has so many unreleased songs in his vault that could just make tons and tons of albums.
They all do though. Like Michael Jackson, David Bowie. They all have songs that they keep away. It's beautiful.
I know.
Release them.
I want David Bowie to release an album again. I know it's not the same, but you know.
And then where does the money go?
Family in it, I suppose. People are left.
Oofed. Lucky them.
Or Michael Jackson, he's got a foundation or something. Don't feel like I can be talking about Michael Jackson as freely as I should be, but anyway, music wise, he's very good. But
yeah.
As I touch your subject, we'll get demonetized straight away. But I was going
to say we're already get demonetized for the last podcast, which is hopefully out by the time you're seeing this.
Yeah.
If this is the one that's out first, then you can look forward to that one.
I want to pose a question to Macy. Top 3 favourite biscuits to have with a tea.
Put me on the spot here. Right, got to have a digestive.
Yes.
Oh fuck. Do you know what?
Rich tea.
What are those called? The ones you usually take with coffees.
Biscoffs?
In restaurants? Yes, them. And I don't think I've got another one.
Yeah.
Don't really
Biscoff is good.
So good.
Have you tried the spread? the Biscoff spread. You
I
can get
have.
it's amazing,
It's
isn't it?
so good. It is so good.
What's spread?
Well, it's just like like Nutella. So it's like it's Biscoff version on toast.
Oh,
It's like really nice.
You need to try it. It's so good.
Honestly, it's a bit. It sends you a bit crazy in terms of sugar, but it's probably good.
Yeah, it's a
Come on,
bit
boy.
sickening, but the right
I'm
amount.
already crazy.
But yeah, I just wanted to pose the biscuit question, Kieran. I feel I'm doing that with every guest now. It's my thing now.
I mean, it's a controversial topic. People are dead serious about the way they make their tea and coffee and their biscuits. Then there's also, the Jaffa cake question.
Aye, is it Jaffa cake a biscuit or a cake, Macy?
I mean, that's
a cake.
Yeah, a cake.
Yeah,
It's in the name.
Yeah.
Got it right.
It's not debatable. I don't think.
No, but you got a biscuit.
It's got a sponge and it's got cake in the name.
Simple.
I don't know. Yeah, anyway. But yeah. Suppose
Before the podcast came on, we were talking about basically my fashion. Well, if you want to call it fashion style.
Oh, no, here we go.
But I would say Macy, you're quite fashionable.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I'd say you've got a pretty cool style.
Honestly, right? Do you think so?
Aye.
Right, I'll tell you something. All I do is I go into my mum's wardrobe and she's kept everything from when she was younger, and that's all I wear. I just wear her clothes, recycled. And people do say "Oh, if you love what you wear," and it's well, it's my mum's.
But I suppose we've got that thing now where we like to go to these vintage stores and kind of thrift shops and these kind of the kilo. You go to these what is that thing again? It's
I know what you're.
It's the one down, the Q sales and stuff like that. So I suppose we want to go back to the 70s and 80s because it's when it was kind of cool. So yeah, I mean I like it all, so it's cool.
I'll need to do a hipster shit. I mean, I'm growing the hair back out. The man bun will return the coming weeks.
No.
It's going to come back, but I'm also long term. I'm growing it out to do a side part, a curtains look. I mean, it's horrible at the moment, right? But
No, you can pull it off. I can see it.
When it's much longer, and just stick a beanie on it as well.
Oh, really going for it.
I'm not supporting this, Kieran. I'm not.
You don't support this, so you know.
Nah, well, yeah, I support this. I support the suits. It's that look at you got now. You look like you're a lecturer who's in his 40s, and he's got kids, and he's just put them to bed.
He's had enough of life. He's driving a sedan.
It's quite cool though. Younger people dressing completely different. I mean, any style's cool when it's just completely different and you're expressing yourself.
Although the one thing I'm not a fan of is the dinosaur stompers. The big feelers. The big feelers.
What are they? Oh, right.
Those big ones. Just can't do them.
I've got to agree with you on that one.
They've got 6 inches to them, don't they? That's bizarre.
You'd be over 6 foot then, why?
What?
You'd be over 6 foot tall.
I am 6 foot. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who's 5'11". We're not getting into this debate again.
Oh.
I'm probably smaller than 5'11".
I measured myself the other day because me and my dad were having a dispute about it. I'm 183. A 6 foot just.
I think I'm
But I'll just say I'm 5'11" to get sympathy. I'm 5'11".
I think I'm 177 or 174. It's fine.
I mean, at least you're not Kevin's height. We move. Anyway, yes. How did we get onto height from fashion? Stompers.
Yes. It's the way my mind works.
Stompers. But, I suppose we're Macy has made a good point about being unique. I suppose social media is now becoming kind of more accepting than it once was.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a good topic to kind of touch on in terms of social media, because we all like to kind of post on Instagram. I feel like.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about that? Like, I mean, in terms of like express stuff on social media.
Macy's low-key famous. She's got like over
be
1,000
quiet.
followers.
No.
What a flex.
Are you kidding? No. But see with posting, see what you were saying, like being unique and all that. See like the alternative side of Instagram, I think it's getting even worse than like the kind of it girl like mainstream side, because people are more like competitive, like who's more alternative, who can, you know, get more likes, blah blah blah. It's just getting more toxic. That's what I've seen anyway. It's like it's not even about being unique anymore. It's been like a pure competition, who can be better, who can be more alternative, and it's just
I suppose it's like the thing about how far can you push it, and I feel like that's what even men are doing it to an extent. It's like how far can you push it to get likes. So I feel like it's, as you say, it's quite dangerous and it's toxic, and it gives these younger girls and boys a kind of fake image of what these celebrities and people and influencers are kind of portraying themselves as.
Yeah.
I mean, like a couple of weeks ago, I just took a break for like a few days from Instagram, and it was brilliant. It was great to just like clear your mind and not have to deal with anything toxic or see anything like that. But now I'm back on it because, you know.
Do you ever wonder what it feels like to be kind of like younger? And now, I couldn't do it.
We're not that old.
No, but we are. Well, I know we're not that old, but I've seen like 6-year-olds and like got phones and stuff. I didn't have a phone until like first year.
Huh.
It's like I've just seen all that stuff as like a 6-year-old must like probably pollute your head.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in Fortnite lobbies.
Yeah.
Yes. What it does to you. They got to bring back the Blackberries. It's hard
People's
reset BBM.
People's coming back.
Is it?
No way.
Yeah, People's coming back. I'm not joking. Check it after this, both of you. People is coming back. People, I know they're rebranding apparently. So
that's an interesting one because I feel like there's already established mainstream social media platforms. I don't really see like another one fitting into like Instagram, Snapchat, and to like a lesser extent Twitter and Facebook.
Well, that's what everybody thought when TikTok came around, and everybody's like, "Nah, TikTok won't last."
But like TikTok's like a longer version of Vine.
Yeah,
that's what that replaced. But only it's more cringy.
Don't say that. TikTokers watching this.
I don't care. I'm never installing TikTok. I can't bring myself to do it.
You'll do it one day.
Yeah, you will one day. It's addictive.
I mean, I sit and scroll through them on Instagram though, so.
Yeah, they're everywhere. So it's like.
You could make good TikToks with your fashion ideas and your photo shoots and stuff.
That's what I said.
You could.
I said that about the film that we're going to create as well. I said we should create a TikTok account for it. I think it'd be quite good.
Yeah.
Because that's where all the eyes are at the moment. It's like I see some TikToks getting like 100 million views in like 2 days or something. It's insane.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of work that goes into it. Like you see the ones that do like match cuts where they're cutting back and forth between actions. Like see the one where they throw like a shoe up in there, and then they like kick their leg up, and then it cuts to another one. That's actually difficult to do. So fair play to them.
On the topic of TikTok, do you think that's negatively affected all our attention spans?
Yes.
I think that's a big thing. Even and touching on like stuff we were talking about before podcast, with like our college work and stuff, I feel like it's affected the way we can look at the screens because like we can't be asked. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and when you're on Zoom, let's be honest, you only look at yourself anyway.
You're not lying. Unless, you know.
Yeah.
Unless it's a new class, you have a little snip through. You're like, okay.
That one.
You just look at everybody. But everybody nowadays just has the black screen and just doesn't even bother.
Yeah, that's true.
See, I feel sorry for lecturers though. So I always try and keep my camera on. So they can always see like a face. I think it's
Yeah.
probably quite hard just teaching to a bunch of initials and icons.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
weird.
We're not allowed to have our cameras off in our
Are you not?
course. No, we need them on.
I suppose it's college level because it's like you're not technically adults. So like with like uni, I think we've no, but you know what I mean. Like when you go to uni, it's just like you like there's like 40-year-olds in my class. So it's like it's not like in school because like in the Zoom with like primary school, like, they can't have their cameras on because it's their private space. Whereas with us, it's like we're adults, so we have to show our background and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like I'm waffling.
Just so you can spontaneously break into jazz hands.
One of my teachers did do that. I'm not even joking. I think someone did.
Boost morale.
I think it was an icebreaker. Oh, the icebreakers on Zoom. Oh my god.
So
Jenny,
awkward.
did you two have to do it? Both of you? Any of you? No.
No, I don't think so.
It was like we had to do icebreakers in like the first week in like September. It was so weird. I felt like I was in like an episode of Black Mirror or something. He's like saying, "Hi, my name is Louie." I don't know.
It's the breakout rooms that are awkward for me, especially like one of the courses that does it. It often is like 3 of us in a group, and then someone will end up leaving, so it's just the 2 of you sitting there, which is fine.
Not
I mean,
good.
just chat, but like it gets so awkward.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been put into a breakout group where no one turns their camera on except you?
Yes, I have. That's the worst.
You're just sitting there staring at like 4 blank screens. You're like,
And then you
So
have like the internal monologue of like, do I turn my camera off? Do I keep it on? Do I just turn it off?
then you just sat there like, can't make up your mind, and it's so bad.
it's just like we're gonna have to do this until like probably the end of the year. Just sad. Anyway,
The joys of COVID.
So sad.
well, like hopefully, once COVID's over, we can do more creative things, including everybody here. I don't know.
Yes.
Any ideas, Kieran? As you're like the creative
Well,
mind.
you know, I've got a list of photo shoots in my mind. I've got the man bun hipster shoot,
I'm not there.
which I'm going to need to get clothes for
I'm
because,
not
you
there.
know,
I'm not there.
yeah, you are. You're part of it, Lee. You can join us as well, Macy. You can be part of it.
Love to.
Right, well, no, you're like the hipster guy, Lee, so you need to be in it.
I don't want to be labelled as a hipster. I don't like this labelling.
To be fair,
Even though I dress like one, but yeah.
you've got like enough photos in the backlogs that you could post like a month.
Yeah, I just don't post. I just don't care.
Just prefer to remain mysterious.
I just like posting on my stories. I just like posting like political shit and stuff. I'm woke. I feel like people like as soon as I post stuff like about like the Tories or something like it's like anti-Tory. It's like no one can say anything to me. like I don't know. I feel like people like if you post something like a photo of yourself, it's like oh he's posting stuff of himself. But if you post stuff about the Tories starving children, they're like well, I can't say anything.
I've officially ran out of space now because, as you can see, I've now got them hanging over my cupboard door.
Oh god.
Gonna need to expand. The choice of being a wannabe Instagram sartorial influencer.
You don't want to become an influencer, Kieran.
Yes, I do.
Oh, sorry, it's a key worker's job. did you see that interview? You two. It was I don't know what it was. It was on like Good Morning Britain or something. It was like influencer in Dubai saying her sunny stories of Dubai are key worker material.
Oh god.
It's off again. Yeah, I don't know what goes through their heads. They're not key workers. Bizarre.
The thing with like Instagram and stuff is you can totally fake it as well. You can just use photos from like 2 years ago and make it seem like you're, I don't know, in Dubai or whatever, quite easily. It's quite easy to fake and to be fake.
That's a scary part of Instagram as well. It's like you don't know if they're actually being 100% truthful in what they portray. Because
Most of the time they're not.
nah, no. It's like, again, it's like models and that, they get face tuned and all that, and so yeah, I feel like the social media companies need to do more on that.
Well,
Like,
was it Instagram or Snapchat or someone that was talk of bringing out like a thing where basically if the image has been photoshopped or doctored, yeah, it has like a tag that says this has been altered. It's like basically if it's been photoshopped, you need to state that it has, which I think is actually quite a good idea.
Yeah, it would be good.
Is it like the other thing is though, because there's different levels of like photoshopping and stuff like that. Like I don't mind. It's like if you're gonna Photoshop out spots or something like that, fair enough, sure. But like if it comes into like actually changing how you look, I think that's a bit too much.
Yeah. There's like Tana Mojo, she photoshops like her pictures, but she always says like she's open about it that she does it. Which I think, I mean, if you're going to be open about it, then who cares?
Yeah.
And she still gets hate though, doesn't she? About it.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. It's like she's telling you she's doing it and she's still getting hate. It's like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
People just like to complain though.
What?
Just about anything.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. I thought you wanted to complain. I was like, what?
I don't complain. I just keep things to myself.
That's what it be, really.
No time for drama unless it's making drama.
It should be like your new motto or something.
That's going to be like the big tag on my website.
Yes, but I suppose with things like social media and faking it, again, it just shows what kind of, I was about to swear there, messed up world we live in.
Naughty way. I'd have to bleep that.
No, I didn't anyway, but it shows the kind of world that we live in.
Yep. I feel like everybody fakes it though on Instagram, that nobody is who they are. Like, at all.
There's always like at least partially some sort of alternate ego, or like your sort of social media you versus the actual you.
Yeah, I know. It's quite funny. It's like people who know you through social media and then they start talking to you and you're like, oh, you like this? Oh, it's like, yeah.
That's like me. I feel like I've got like 2 or 3 variations of me. I've got like the social media stroke over the phone me, who's like more confident. Then I've got like the actual me, who's like not so confident and good at talking. And then I've got the work me, who's like a whole nother level of like overly nice. Like, that thing that like middle and upper class people do, where they're very, very nice and always smiling.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like the work me. So if I could just merge the online me with that work me, it'd be like the best combo.
Yeah.
Fake it until you make it.
Do you feel like you have different personalities for different friend groups?
Aye.
I do. I noticed on the night when it was like uni friends and school friends. I was like, I have to act differently for the 2 sets, and I was like, oh shit, how do I do this? It's quite weird. I just think it's quite interesting how you act differently for different sets of groups. It's like, yeah, I act differently around Kieran than I do to my school friends or like Kevin or something. I don't know. Yeah.
You act more cool around me.
I don't know. I can't describe it. It's just a thing. It's just you talk about different things with different people. Suppose because you're friends with different people for different reasons.
So. It's getting deep, boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
We're getting philosophical.
Oh, I should stop. Just intervene. So start speaking about something else.
Do you study philosophy? I was going to say school at uni.
Nah, but Ross does. You know Ross. Yeah, I've had a lot of interesting things about philosophy. But yeah, some of the titles of the lecture and stuff is absolutely crazy. It's like, what's the meaning of life? stuff like that. It's just like,
What was the thing that Siri used to say when you asked it? Was it like 42? Like, did you never do that? Did you ever ask, like, did you ever go,
No.
hey Siri, what's the meaning of life? And I think she used to say, like, the meaning of life is the number 42. I swear that was a thing. I'm not making that up.
I remember the thing where it's like, if you ask Siri what's 0 divided by 0, and she just kept saying 0, 0, 0, 0, and she'd like crash. I never had the meaning of life thing. Where have you got that from?
That's a thing. I swear that's a thing. Have you ever had someone's phone go off in an exam?
No, I don't think so.
Yes. At uni as well. Oh my god. And she didn't
It's
notice.
even worse.
She was, I can't remember what class it was. It was like in the big hall at Glasgow Union, the one that you can get married in, is on the news all the time. That big one. We had an exam in there, and I can't remember exactly, but it was like a quiet alarm. So, and she couldn't hear it. And everybody around her, because I was quite close to her, was all just staring at her like that. And then, like, 5 invigilators just came out of nowhere and just, like, boom, surrounded her. And she got escorted out. I was like, oh no, I feel so bad. But it was like an operation, just all these old invigilators coming around her and just taking her away. I never saw her again.
Oh god. Oh. That's embarrassing.
Men in Black came, took her away. You ever noticed that, like, invigilators all have the same sort of style?
Yeah.
They've always either got like a big scarf around their neck, or they're wearing like a jumper with like a big necklace.
Remember the invigilators at our school, Macy? Like the same ones that like all sit there with their newspapers and their teas and all that.
Do you know what they reminded me of? You know, the movie The Witches?
Yeah.
Like, that is what they reminded me of, like, standing at the front of the, like, conference room.
No, they always just stood there like that. I was like, oh.
They were so loud as well, pouring cups of tea and munching on pure loud biscuits. Like, I'm trying to do an exam.
Did they ever boil the kettle in yours?
I don't think so.
They boiled the kettle in one of mine, and it was at the start, and we all just kind of looked at each other like, what the hell? I know there was only like 7 of us, but it was like, this is a bit too informal.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was quite nice, that same invigilators.
Yeah, you got to know them a bit over the time.
I always find it awkward when you're thinking, you look up and you just walk eye contact.
Oh, that's the worst.
You just got to assert dominance and see who cracks first.
You ever do the thing where you're like you were stuck and you were like you're quite close to other people and you just kind of like glance to your left and like you stretch and you just kind of look at other people's papers and you just kind of look up and you just see invigilators staring at you. You're like, oh shit.
Oh, to be fair, wait, if you're doing this, that does look like you're just trying to spy on people.
I didn't do that, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of like the sit back and kind of glance thing. Look, not that I ever did that. I'm just talking from experience of other people. But yeah, it is crazy how quick those few school years just went by.
Yeah.
Don't you think it was just like a big blur?
Especially the last year, like S6, just it's almost non-existent. It's over before you know it.
Yeah.
I suppose that was. Oh no, go on, Macy. Go on.
Oh, sorry. I feel like it was even faster because I think are both of you a year older than me. Yeah.
We're in the same year. Yeah.
Right. So when I was in 6th year, it got cut off short because COVID. So like I was literally there for 2 minutes and it was done. It was crazy.
That's what I was about to say. How did that kind of feel? Just ending in a random day March.
We still had like a last day. Well, they tried to make it like as good as they could, but it was just like everything was so rushed. And then some people were happy about it, but because it was our last year, we were all a bit like, oh, we're not going to get a proper send off, and we didn't get to do. We still had pranks and all that, like, but I don't know. It was just mental, and then we didn't get a prom or nothing. Like, it's rubbish.
That's probably shit about your prom.
I know. You know, because.
No, go on. No, go on.
I was actually really looking forward to a prom. Like,
Had you got like a dress and stuff for it yet?
No, thankfully I didn't. But
Had you booked the place?
yeah, we did. God, I can't really remember where. Some big hotel somewhere, but yeah, we thought we were still going to be able to have it like rescheduled, but then it just didn't happen.
Little did we know.
Yep.
It's a shame about that though, because it was nice just dressing up. Even if like the teacher being there kind of ruined it, but like, you know, it was nice just being there. It was kind of like the last time.
Yeah. You see, I'd like that, like my teachers being there. I don't know why. Like,
I liked some of them being there, but the maths department being there didn't really please me, obviously. But yeah, anyway.
Roy in the maths department have got beef.
Yeah, we do. Years of sitting in the deputy head's office saying, "Oh, take higher, Louie." No. Take it. No. Miss Scott harassed me for like a full year. She'd like, I think it was 6th year, was it? She was like, "Oh, you should take it." I was like, "I don't need it. And it was every week. She'd like make up a lie about head boy thing, and she'd like just say, "Oh, what about maths?" I was like, "Nah." I got a letter home about it as well. Like, and then it got too late, and it was like, "Oh, it's a shame."
I attempted. I somehow made it into higher. Considering I got like a C in that 5, I think. So I don't know how I was in higher in the first place, but I got as far as the prelim, got 12%, and then I was kicked out.
Yeah.
So the end of my maths career.
Yeah, I got like a C in that 5 as well, and I sat it over like 2 years, and I still just scraped a C.
Maths is
Not
tough.
a maths person. Can't do it.
I don't get numbers.
Near that.
Like, when are you going to use Pythagoras' theorem? Genuinely, it's a genuine question. Like, when?
Never.
Unless you're like an actual scientist, you may have to use it in some, but it's like, I don't know, it's daft.
It's a select few.
Math teachers lie to you. They say, "Oh, you're going to use this throughout your whole life." I've not used it in the first 2 years that I've left.
I used to have this calculator, which I had it for like a good few years early on, in like first year up to about 3rd year. I've still got it actually under the bed. It's like a little blue calculator, but the actual screen is see-through.
Yeah.
It's like coil. It's like I don't know. I was super proud of it. I always would have it in like my blazer pocket, just to whip it out in maths.
Whip it out.
It's like a flex. It's like, look at my cool blue calculator.
Remember when did you ever forget like your calculator for like a prelim or something? You'd get given the really shitty kind of school calculator that just didn't work, and you'd like try and press stuff and it just wouldn't work.
No, see, I was a good pupil, so I always remembered my stuff.
I didn't. It was horrible on that 5 experience. Mr. Lonely, Macy knows what I'm talking about.
Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, our class was complete chaos. I think if anybody's watching this who was in that class, they know. Anyway.
How does like uni exams compare to school exams?
Uni exams are easier. No cap. I genuinely, if you go to uni, it's much more straightforward. Obviously, the work you have to do is a lot more, but it's like the content and the questions are clearer, and you don't get these really weird, like, if Sam has 5 apples, and so on, or like really weird kind of questions that they normally pose. But yeah, it's easier, but like the pressure, there's like, as I said, there's like 7 invigilators in the one hall because there's so many people, and it's like proper, it's like military. It's like if you can go to the toilet, but it's like you get led out by like 5 people, and you have to put your phone in like a bag before you leave and stuff like that. It's like crazy. But yeah.
Do you have written exams, Macy?
What?
Do you have exams this year? What's your sort of final?
No, it's like graded unit, and then we obviously get we've got like performances and stuff, but no exams. So yeah, for me.
Nah, the last year is again graded unit, and that's it. And then for the other course, our exam got cancelled. So I'm very happy about.
That's what happens when you do art subjects. Both of you.
It's like
Arty
a cop
people.
out.
Arty
But
people.
like, it's like in drama when you were writing about like facial expressions and like vocal techniques. It's a memory test.
Yeah.
Just thinking about drama.
Did you take drama?
I think I took. Did I take? I think I took Nat 5. I think I did. I can't remember. I remember being in her class at the back of the lecture theatre a lot. I don't know what year it was, but no, I don't think I did. Maybe. Maybe. You did, didn't you, Macy?
I took higher. I crashed higher in 6th year.
What did you get?
An A, but I didn't even sit in. I know.
Ooh. Okay.
It's the only thing I can get A's in is like creative subjects.
I feel you.
Kieran, what did you get in advanced higher drama again?
We don't need to talk about this.
Okay. Never mind.
I got a D.
D.
That's
How did you?
advanced higher.
Yeah, but how did you do that? How did you get a D?
I don't know. To be fair, right, so I was directing Streetcar, but I only was given like one dress rehearsal before. So you do like a 40-minute workshop at Advanced Higher if you're directing, and you do it in like a play. So I was doing a Streetcar named Desire. Basically, a couple of days before the exam or on the day, the examiner says, out of these 40 pages that you're prepared, you have to perform these 3.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was only given like one chance to actually rehearse the workshop, which wasn't ideal, and it was like a day or 2 before the actual exam. And then in hindsight, actually, this is quite funny thinking about this, but when I was doing the exam, the invigilator then was like, right, do you want to do like that section again or something? Or she said, oh, do you want to run it again or something because you've got time? So I was like, oh, she must have liked it or something. But in hindsight, it was probably because I was doing so bad that she wanted to give me a second chance.
Oh, God.
Plus, you do like a dissertation. But I thought I was, I thought I was going to get an A, but I was obviously too deluded.
Yes.
Right. You live and learn.
Advanced hires are a different breed. I would not do them again.
Never. Did you get an English, Louie?
B. I don't know how. That's a miracle, wasn't it? It's a genuine Christmas miracle. I didn't turn up for the last 2 months. I was never there. Me and Josh sat in Greg's like most of the time. But hey, well, you know, we live and we learn.
How many advanced hires did you sit?
Moddies and English. 2.
Most.
That's why I was never in the school in 6th year. I don't think anybody saw me. I was never there. And if I was there, I was up in the social science hub room. But yeah.
Was it? No, wouldn't it be an S? I was going to say, was it S6 that you went to Malawi, Macy? Or was that S5?
S5, yeah. The summer, I think, the summer, like before going into S6, I think. Yeah. That was mental. That's like a blur.
Yeah, I know.
It was crazy. It's like when I try and think back to remember, it's like it's so hard. Like it feels like a dream. It was just so weird.
It's like 2 years ago, maybe 2019, probably.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's weird. 2 years ago that was.
I think it might have been longer actually.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wait, the summer. God, I can't do it. Can't figure it out. But a wee while ago. Right.
So, I know.
Nah. Go on, Kieran. Go on.
Thank you. Too kind. No, our school was doing the Malawi trips, and then cause I think they'd done it 2 years running, like back to back, and then the year that I was wanting to go, they decided to switch to doing it alternate years. So they were going to skip my year and then do it the following year. So
Unlucky.
Gutted.
That's so sad.
but yeah, I got to go to Rome instead. So
Oof. That's good.
I never went anywhere with the school. I don't know why. I just didn't.
No trip.
No, I didn't. I don't know why. I
that's
genuinely
that's
don't
a
know why.
lie.
Well,
That's
no, that doesn't count. Well, it counts, but it doesn't count. It was like in third year review.
Oh,
What was
with
it?
me. Thanks.
Oh yeah, review. Unfortunately, that was a good trip though. To be fair, but yeah.
That like that. I do think about that, like, and how weird that is, like us meeting.
Yeah, we met on this random school trip.
Yeah.
That's quite weird.
We did like, so both our schools did like a trip to a hostel in Loch Lomond, like simultaneously. And then like I met Louie there and a couple of other guys from his year, and I'd actually like, I think I was sitting across from you, Louie, like at dinner or something or breakfast, and I was like, I recognise you from somewhere, and it turned out like I'd actually, me and him had played football against each other like a year or two prior.
That's quite weird.
For like just for our teams.
That is so weird.
And then
Good
like
coincidence.
we had each other on social media, but we never spoke or anything. And
Yeah.
then we're actually in S6, like going into the hub for like the open day.
That was funny. I
basically
ignored you the
bumped into
whole
each
time. I didn't know it was you. I was oblivious. I sat next to him the whole time at like the hub opening day, and I looked to my left in the last 5 minutes. I was like, "Oh yeah, Kieran." It's like, oh shit. Well, but yeah.
Heartbroken.
No, genuinely, because I was scared. Because Rebecca, you know what she's like. She'd eyeball you if you not look at her. So I was kind of scared of her.
Do you know what though? The hub, which is like, for those who don't know, it's a centre that do advanced hires for schools that don't do them. And they have like a promotional video, and the song they have is Best Day of My Life. And I can't listen to that song anymore because it's just permanently scarred me. Because I've heard it that many times for that specific video.
I can't be asked for that song. It's such a shit song though. Oh man, they played it so much. Oh my god, we were sitting there for like 45 minutes and it was the same song.
Yeah, one of the, like, a couple of the times they just had it on loop. Just in the background before they started events.
That's torture.
It felt like watching Macy. It did actually, genuinely. It felt like they were kind of tricking me into something. I was like, I don't like this. Yeah. Oh man. Yes. How are we doing for time?
Going strong.
Going strong. Anything else that you want to say, Kieran?
No,
Okay.
I mean,
Don't know. I just feel like a good place to end it, maybe. Don't know.
sure.
No. No. Okay. Well, that's us. We'll be back whenever. Post when we feel like it. But yes, thanks, Macy, for joining us, and we'll be back next week. And subscribe and like. I'll do that. Yeah.
And check the description for links to Macy's socials.
Yes.
She's
As well.
basically famous, so you know.
Yeah. You don't need to follow her. Just look at her
Yeah, you
pages.
do.
and
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Right. See you later. Peace.
If flared trousers are your thing.